Hello everyone, my name is Kelly and welcome to my channel. This was supposed to be the second video that I upload to this channel, but now it's the first one, so let's just ignore that and deal with it. Next week or in a few days I will be uploading an unfinished sketchbook tour just because my schedule just kind of completely messed me up because I really wanted to do a March bullet journaling setup and suddenly I woke up and now it's almost March, so I had to quickly do that. So the sketchbook tour is coming. That will be the next video that I will upload here on this channel, but for now let's jump right into this video. I do say more about my channel and myself in the sketchbook tour, but I'm gonna quickly mention hello. My name is Kelly. I am 24 years old and I am from Bulgaria. I started this channel just now and the plan for it is to upload a lot of art, bullet journaling, some TV series and books videos, tags, vlogs, challenges, basically anything that I like to upload and share with you guys, and hopefully you will stick around and hopefully we can experience this channel together. Now today's video is a March bullet journal setup. I have to be completely honest, in the beginning, that's not the honest part, but in the beginning of this video you could actually see my quick flip through for my February setup, and I did that just because February's setup was one of my absolute favorites, the favorite one that I've done so far, and I really wanted to quickly show you guys. You can sneakily see some on the left right now where you see the clouds, and I really wanted to do something more Valentine inspired but not cliche Valentine's, so the whole setup is basically just pink and orange clouds, and it turned out so awesome that I had to share just a little bit of a snippet with you guys. But for this video we are actually doing March 2018, and I have been doing bullet journal setups for 1 year now. The first bullet journal setup that I did was in March last year, so it has been 1 year exactly as I'm uploading this and as I'm creating this. And I gotta be honest, I don't do it exactly like most people here on YouTube do it. I don't use it for weekly planning. I don't do weekly spreads. My setup is very simple and it's very short. I basically have a cover page that you see me working on currently where it says what month this is, and I have like a little tag that is kind of like a page divider that I did not add in this video, but I will in the end. Then I have a general page that I moved on just now where I have a tiny little calendar for all the important events and the important dates. Next to it I have a to-do list, some of the books that I am reading or want to read this month, and some movies that I want to see, and you know, just drawings here and there. And on the page next to it I have a big calendar that I use for planning where I just mark out all the events that I have and meetings and such. And it is very simple. It's definitely helpful, at least for me. It is definitely for the lazier people and maybe for the more broke as well, because I don't have the infamous thick paper dotted page, overpriced, not available in your country. Every YouTuber has a Leuchtturm journals. I don't have those, and honestly I don't really see the point in buying those. I work with absolutely normal everyday journals, and you can find just any journal that you like basically. The only reason not the only reason, but the reason why I use these guys is because, again, I really see no point in buying something 3 times the price of a normal journal just to use it for the same things. I get that, you know, you can avoid bleeding from your fineliners and drawings that you might do, but there are ways to avoid that, and there are tricks that maybe I can show you that I use that are probably more efficient, even though like I use up a lot of more space in my journal, I guess. And what I mean by that is, as you can see, I am currently using two color Copic markers. I am using the Lavender shade, which is V06, I believe, and a pale green, which was YG41, if I'm not mistaken. And I only use these two. Of course, you can use any type of marker that you would ever want. You don't need to have Copic markers. You can use just normal Crayola markers, whatever you want. I just really like the colors and I wanted to use these two. And as you can see, I skip pages and I put this little page in between each one when I'm drawing. Basically what I'm going to do is stick the backs of each page to the previous one, and what that is going to do is, first of all, it's not going to be transparent. You're not going to see what is on the other side if your fineliners or multiliners or whatever you want to call them, if they're too black and they bleed through. That's the same goes for the Copic markers. So basically I just stick 2 by 2 each page, and yeah, that basically saves me from the Copic marker bleeding, because as you can see, they bleed a lot and they are not meant for paper like this. But that's the paper that I use. And I know some of you are gonna say, well, you know, you basically end up using just half of your journal. And while that is true, still this journal particular cost me $2.80. So, and I've been using it for a year now and I am just hitting half of it. So no matter how quickly, in quotation marks, I use it up and how much space I'm going to lose just so I can save some money, I'm still not going to be spending more or as much as I would on just a single leuchtturm or whatever other expensive bullet journal. So that is why, you know, if you don't want to buy an expensive journal, this is definitely one way that you can save up some money and still have a absolutely normal spread. And it is, the idea behind bullet journaling is just to help you and to organize you and just to be helpful to you. And in my case, it's to be helpful and to be pretty, because honestly it motivates me. I am a very visual person and it is very important to me to have pretty visuals and pretty pictures, and basically to have like a few hours one day in a month where I can just sit down and figure out my setup and figure out some drawings. So that is what I use these bullet journals for. And like I said, it's my setup is simple. I have the cover page, the general page. Then I have, right next to the general page, I have this big calendar where I do my actual planning. Then I have a habits tracker, and the lazy girl way to do it, as you're going to see in a minute, is I have I have no patience to create little circles or little squares where I can mark off my habits. So instead I use it's not checkered paper, but I use paper on tiny little squares, and I just cut out as much as I need. I stick them in the journal, and then I color in all of I write down my habits, and through the month I color in each box. And that saves me a lot of time. It saves me also a lot of planning and math, because as you can see, I don't have dots. My notebook has lines, and it's very hard to end up using, you know, it's very hard to just draw squares, and it involves a lot of math, which I am not good at. So as you can see right now, I am just cutting up some squares, and I will be sticking them on later on in this video. And I still think it looks really cute, even though it's something a bit foreign to the notebook. It's not drawn in. I still think it looks you know, decent, and I do like it. And the last two pages, my second last page, I use for trackers, and these are my social media trackers, which I am going to be changing at some point, because so far I am only tracking my Instagram, my personal Instagram, my art Instagram, and my photography Instagram. I'm also tracking my Twitter account and one of my YouTube channel, but not this one, but another YouTube channel that I have. So from now on, I'll have to be tracking 2 YouTube channels, and I'll have to be tracking 2 Twitter accounts. So I don't know, I guess I'll have to figure everything out and figure how this page could I could do more with it. For now, I'm just keeping what I have from previous months, and you can also follow me on all my social medias. I'll link them in the description down below. And yeah, the last page that I use as basically a brain dump or a quote dump. I sometimes write in just one page of just my inner thoughts, and if I have anything bothering me or if I have any ideas, most times I just end up writing down some quotes, because I am a sucker for quotes, and whether those are sarcastic quotes or from songs or from books and movies, doesn't matter. I'm just a complete sucker for quotes. I know, kind of cliche, but what can I say? So these are all the pages that I use, and as you can see, how many is that? I have the cover page, the general page, the calendar, the habit trackers, the social media trackers, and the last one is my brain dump. So that's not a lot. Again, as I said, definitely practical for more lazy people who don't want to do all of the work, or who don't want to track way too much stuff. And it's just helpful, especially the social media trackers. I definitely find those the most helpful, and the habit trackers, and at least personally for me. For everyone, it's going to be different. Like I said, I don't do weekly spreads because I don't really do much during my weeks. I only need to remember when and where and with whom, and most of the time I remember it on my own, at least for now, because I'm kind of a very forgetful person. But yeah, so at this point of my life, I don't need a weekly spread. Who knows, maybe in the future I might, but for now I just I work with what I got. And I don't think I ever mentioned this, but this theme is actually a lavender theme. I never mentioned it in the beginning of the video, did I? But yeah, I really wanted to do something with flowers, but I didn't want to do something too generic or something that other people have done. And I saw one bullet journal inspiration pic on Pinterest. I'm going to link it down below, and from there it's just the whole idea of the lavender theme was born, and that's what I went with. I used a bunch of different ways to draw the lavender in like clusters. I draw one in a vase, I drew some in wrapping paper, and I don't know, I think it turned out really cute. Do let me know what you guys think down below. I love to hear your thoughts. If you want to recreate any of this, feel free to do so, and tag me in images or send me those images on Instagram, or maybe comment down below. I love to hear your opinions, guys. And again, this is supposed to be the second video that I upload, but I was in a time crunch, so now it's the first one. So look forward to my next video, which is again going to be an unfinished sketchbook tour. I'm going to be showing you some of my art, some more personal pieces, and all of the sketchbooks that I bought and never really filled in. So we're about to jump into some a quick flip through of this month's journal. So thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe if you like what you see, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.